Have you ever felt like you were stuck in a never-ending cycle, where every day seemed like a repeat of the last? A cycle that dragged you through the same struggles, failures, and setbacks, making you question whether things would ever change. What if I told you that the cycle you've been living in has just ended, and a brand new chapter is about to unfold in your life? Imagine stepping into a space where everything you've gone through has a purpose, where every failure, every moment of doubt, every tear shed, is now a stepping stone towards something greater. You are no longer lost, you are chosen, and the road ahead is yours to walk with purpose. Take a moment and reflect. Think back to the struggles you faced, the days when everything seemed like it was falling apart. Maybe you felt defeated. Maybe you wondered if you would ever break free from the chains of your past. Those hard times weren't just random. They were part of a plan that has now come to its natural conclusion, making way for something new. That cycle is over, and the door to your next chapter is wide open. Do you feel it? The shift? The sense that something big is coming? It's easy to get caught up in the pain of the past, to let it define you, to think that those difficult moments were just a part of your story that you'll never fully escape. But the truth is, every one of those moments has led you to this point. They've shaped you, refined you, and made you stronger. Without those struggles, you wouldn't be ready for what's next. And now, with the closing of one chapter, you stand on the threshold of a new beginning, a new chapter where your true purpose begins to unfold. This moment is not a coincidence, it's divine timing. The challenges you faced, the obstacles that seemed impossible, were all a preparation for what is to come. You are being guided towards something greater than you ever imagined, a life filled with purpose, meaning, and clarity. It's all within your reach now. The hard part, the painful cycle, is behind you. Now it's time to embrace the person you were always meant to become. Think about your past failures for a moment. The ones that made you question your worth. The ones that made you wonder if you were ever truly chosen for something bigger. Those struggles, while painful, were never meant to break you. They were meant to mold you. They were never a punishment, they were a preparation. And now, the lessons you've learned will become the foundation for your new path. You've been tested, but now you are ready. The cycle has ended, and now you step forward into a life of purpose. So, where do you go from here? What does this new chapter hold? The answer is simpler than you might think. It's a journey of self-discovery, of stepping into your calling and living the life you were destined for. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable now become the very fuel that drives you toward your next great adventure. You are not the same person you were when that cycle began. You are stronger, wiser, and ready to move forward into the life that has always been waiting for you. If you're ready to embrace this new chapter, I invite you to take the next step with me. Like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next powerful message. You are on the verge of something incredible, and I'm here to guide you through every step of the way. You've been chosen. Now let's walk this path together. When you look back on the path you've walked, what do you see? The road wasn't always easy, was it? There were times when the weight of your decisions felt too heavy to carry, when the burden of past mistakes weighed down your every step. Maybe you found yourself in moments where you felt lost, unsure if you were heading in the right direction, or if you had made too many wrong turns. The struggles you faced weren't just obstacles, they were the storms that tested your resolve, your patience, and your faith. And yet, as you look back, you begin to realize something remarkable. Those struggles didn't break you, they built you. It's hard to see the value in our struggles while we're in the middle of them. When the world seems to be closing in and the challenges seem relentless, it's easy to believe that we're destined for failure. But now that the cycle has ended, you're in a position to look back with a new perspective. What seemed like unrelenting hardships were actually the very experiences that helped shape the person you are today. Each setback, each tear, each painful moment was a step forward in your transformation. You've walked through fire, and now you stand stronger than ever. Do you remember the times when you felt defeated? Those moments where you thought there was no way out? Perhaps it was a time when you failed at something that meant a lot to you. Maybe a relationship, a job, or even a personal goal you set. You thought you were done, that it was over. and that there was no way to recover. But here you are, looking back with the benefit of hindsight, and you see things more clearly now. Those failures didn't define you, they refined you. Each mistake you made taught you something vital. Each moment of self-doubt pushed you closer to understanding your true strength. Those moments weren't the end of your story, they were just part of the beginning. You learned that it's okay to stumble. You learned that it's okay to fall. What matters is that you got back up. With every failure, you grew more resilient. With every challenge, you learned new lessons about who you are and what you're capable of. You learned that your worth is not determined by your failures, but by your ability to rise after them. You learned that no matter how dark the days got, there was always a light waiting for you, even if it was just a glimmer in the distance. You realized that those moments of darkness were not to be feared, but embraced, because they were the very things that would eventually lead you to the light. Think about the mistakes you've made, the ones that haunt you and make you question your decisions. We've all had them, haven't we? The choices we regret, the words we wish we could take back, the paths we wish we hadn't taken. At the time, it felt like those mistakes were the end of the world. But now, you see them differently. Those mistakes were your greatest teachers. They taught you humility. They taught you forgiveness, both for others and for yourself. They taught you patience and perseverance, and, most importantly, they taught you to never give up, no matter how many times you fall. It wasn't easy, was it? The weight of the world often felt unbearable. The guilt, the shame, the constant pressure to be better, to do better. You wondered if you'd ever escape the cycle of mistakes and failure. But now, as you stand at the end of this chapter, you realize that the very things that once held you back have propelled you forward. You may not have seen it at the time, but you were learning, growing, and transforming in ways you couldn't understand. Now that the cycle has ended, the person you see in the mirror is not the same person who began this journey. You are stronger, wiser, and more confident in who you are. The struggles that once felt like insurmountable obstacles have become stepping stones on your path. You have shed the weight of your past, and you stand in the light of a new beginning. You've learned to embrace your imperfections, and to see your mistakes as part of your story, not the end of it. But this transformation didn't happen overnight. It wasn't magic. It was a process, a long and often painful process of self-discovery. Along the way, you learned that growth isn't linear. It's messy. It's full of ups and downs, twists and turns. There were moments when you felt like giving up, when you questioned whether it was all worth it. But you didn't give up. You kept going. And now, you stand at the end of one chapter, ready to begin the next, with a deeper understanding of who you are and who you're becoming. The road ahead may not be easy, but you now have the strength to face whatever comes your way. You've learned the most important lesson of all, that no matter how many times you fall, you can always rise again. And each time you rise, you become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of handling whatever challenges life throws at you. The transformation you've undergone is nothing short of miraculous. It's a testament to your strength, your perseverance, and your unshakable belief that something better was waiting for you. The cycle that just ended may have been difficult, but it was necessary. It was the catalyst that set everything else in motion. And now, as you step into this new chapter of your life, you do so with the wisdom and understanding that only comes from having been through the fire and come out the other side stronger. So, as you look ahead, don't forget the lessons you've learned along the way. Embrace the growth, the transformation, and the power that comes from overcoming your struggles. You are not the same person you were when you started this journey. You are stronger, wiser, and ready for the next chapter. The cycle has ended, but your story is just beginning. As you reflect on everything that's brought you to this point, it might feel like the ending of this cycle was sudden, or maybe even unfair. You may look back at all the twists and turns, wondering why things played out the way they did. You might have asked yourself, why me? Why now? But now that you're standing on the other side, ready to step into the next chapter, you begin to see something you couldn't before. The end of this cycle wasn't random. It wasn't just some twist of fate or an unfortunate coincidence. In fact, It was inevitable. This moment was always meant to come. You see, the signs were there all along, but at the time, they were easy to miss. You were too caught up in the rush of life, the noise of the world, and the chaos of your own thoughts to really see them for what they were. Those signs were never meant to be obvious. They were quiet whispers from the universe, nudges in the right direction, gentle reminders that you were walking down a path that was leading you to this exact moment. But back then, you couldn't hear them, you couldn't see them. Now, with the clarity that comes after a chapter has closed, you can finally look back and recognize the patterns, the little clues that were guiding you, even when you didn't know it. Perhaps there were moments when you felt unsettled, when something inside you whispered that this wasn't where you were supposed to be. Maybe it was a job that never felt right, a relationship that seemed to drain your energy, or a dream that you kept pushing aside because it felt out of reach. Maybe you ignored these feelings, convinced yourself they were just passing thoughts or self-doubt. After all, who wants to acknowledge that they might be stuck in a situation that doesn't serve them? It's easier to stay in the comfort of the familiar, even if it's not where you're supposed to be. But those signs didn't disappear. They were still there, waiting for you to notice. The discontent you felt, the unease in your heart, the feeling that something was missing or wasn't quite right. These were the signs that the cycle you were in was coming to its natural end. The universe was sending you messages, but it was up to you to pay attention and take action. Now that you've come out on the other side, you realize that these moments weren't just happenstance. They were the universe's way of preparing you for something greater. Every twist and turn, every dead end, every failure, it was all a setup for the transformation you've just experienced. You may not have seen it in the moment, but now, with the benefit of hindsight, it's clear. This ending was always part of the plan. This is where divine timing comes into play. You've heard of it before, perhaps in passing, but now you can truly understand what it means. Divine timing is not about coincidences or random events. It's about the universe working behind the scenes to ensure that everything unfolds exactly when it's meant to. There's no rush. There's no need to panic or feel as though you've missed your opportunity. Everything happens in its own time, according to a plan far greater than you can see. It might not always make sense, and it certainly won't always feel comfortable, but every step, every twist, every delay is perfectly timed. The challenges you faced, the struggles that seemed endless, these weren't mistakes or setbacks. They were all a part of the divine plan, preparing you for the moment you're in now. You might have doubted this concept in the past, thinking that timing was just something people said to make themselves feel better when things weren't going their way. But now, with the cycle behind you, you can feel the truth of it. Everything happened for a reason. Every failure, every moment of uncertainty, every closed door, they were all pointing you in the direction you needed to go. And now that you've arrived at this new chapter, you can see how perfectly everything aligned. The timing wasn't just right, it was divine. It's in moments like these that the concept of divine push comes into play. Looking back, you might see that some of the most difficult experiences were actually a divine push. The universe didn't leave you to figure everything out on your own. It gently nudged you toward this moment. You may have resisted, tried to avoid the discomfort of change, or held on to things that no longer served you. But the universe, in its infinite wisdom, had a plan for you, and it wasn't going to let you settle for less than you were meant to be. So, when you resisted change, it gently pushed you. When you felt stuck, it opened doors that forced you to walk through them. And when you felt as though you were about to give up, it reminded you that you were on the verge of something greater. This divine push wasn't about punishment or hardship. It was about love, growth, and pushing you toward the person you were always meant to become. Every closed door, every challenging moment was a way of getting you closer to the right path. And now that the cycle has ended, you can see it clearly. That push was the universe's way of ensuring you didn't stay in a place that was too small for you. It was the push that set you on the course to this new beginning, this new chapter where everything you've learned is going to come together and propel you forward. You've been through the fire, and now you stand on the other side, ready to embrace the future. The cycle that just ended wasn't a failure, it was a stepping stone, and now, As you prepare to step into the next chapter, you do so with the knowledge that everything has happened just as it was meant to. The signs, the timing, the push, they were all part of a plan that was perfectly orchestrated. And now, you're exactly where you're meant to be, ready for the next step, ready for what's coming next. As you stand at the threshold of a new chapter, the weight of everything you've experienced begins to settle within you. You've come so far, yet there's still something stirring inside, a quiet, undeniable feeling that you can't shake. It's as if, in this moment of reflection, you've stumbled upon a realization that had been just beyond your reach all this time. It's the realization that there is something bigger at play here, something greater than just the struggles and the triumphs you've experienced. It's the realization that you have a calling, a purpose, a reason for your existence that goes beyond the day-to-day grind. The cycle that just ended wasn't just a random series of events. It was a carefully orchestrated journey to bring you to this very moment. The awakening doesn't always happen with a sudden flash of light. For some, it's more like a quiet whisper that grows louder over time. It's not a dramatic event that shakes the world around you. Instead, it's a shift in your inner being, a shift in how you view yourself and your place in the world. You may have felt it for a while, perhaps in moments of silence or stillness, when the noise of the world faded away. Maybe you've sensed it in the quietest corners of your soul, when you dared to stop and listen. The world has been rushing by, filled with distractions, but in these moments of reflection, you begin to hear it, the call. You've always known there was something more. You've always known that your story was meant to be part of a much bigger picture. And now, with the end of one cycle, you finally understand what that feeling meant. The struggles you've endured, the lessons you've learned, the pain you've overcome, it all had a purpose. You weren't simply going through the motions. You were being prepared for something greater, something that only you can do. This awakening is not about discovering who you are. It's about realizing who you've always been and how the world has been waiting for you to step into your true purpose. You were never meant to live a life of mediocrity or to simply go through the motions. You were meant for something much bigger. And now, as the veil lifts, you begin to see it clearly. You have a calling to do something meaningful, something that will leave a mark on the world. The realization comes like a rush of understanding. It's not that you suddenly become someone else. It's that you recognize who you've always been. You've been carrying this purpose within you all along, waiting for the right moment to step into it fully. This is your moment. You were never meant to blend in or fade into the background. You were meant to stand out, to make a difference, to step into a role that only you can fill. The universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, has been guiding you toward this moment your whole life. Every twist, every turn, every moment of uncertainty, it was all leading you to this realization that you have a mission, a reason to exist that is bigger than just yourself. Now, with the knowledge that you have a purpose, comes the understanding that you were always chosen. You weren't randomly placed here. Your life has been carefully crafted to lead you toward this moment of realization. You are a part of something much larger than your individual journey. Your struggles, your pain, your victories, all of these things were pieces of the puzzle, leading you to the realization that you have a unique mission. You are the chosen one. This isn't something you chose for yourself. It's something that has been written for you. It's the reason you've experienced what you have, the reason you've been prepared for what lies ahead. As this understanding settles in, you begin to realize that everything has a purpose. The relationships, the challenges, the failures, none of it was for nothing. Every part of your journey has been a stepping stone, guiding you to this very moment. And as you embrace your calling, you start to feel the weight of responsibility. It's not a burden, but a deep sense of knowing that you are meant to do something with the life you've been given. The world is waiting for you to step into your purpose, and you can no longer ignore it. You were never meant to live a life of uncertainty or self-doubt. The time for questioning is over. Now it's time to take the first step. But just because you've come to this realization doesn't mean it's going to be easy. The path ahead is not going to be free of challenges, and there will still be moments of fear and doubt. There will be times when you question whether you are truly ready, whether you are truly equipped for the task ahead. The calling you've received is not going to be easy to fulfill, and there will be moments when you want to turn back. But these moments are the very reason why your calling is so important. You will face obstacles, but they are not meant to stop you. They are meant to strengthen you, to prove to you that you are capable of doing what you've been called to do. The faith you need to move forward may not come easily. You may have doubts. You may wonder if you are truly worthy of this calling. But faith is not about having all the answers. It's about moving forward even when you don't have all the answers. It's about trusting that you've been prepared for this moment, even if you don't yet know what lies ahead. Faith in the path forward is knowing that you are not walking this journey alone. You have the strength, the wisdom, and the guidance you need to step into your purpose. And with each step you take, the path will become clearer, the doubt will fade, and you will find that you have everything you need to fulfill your calling. So, as you begin this new chapter, know that your purpose is real and your calling is true. It's not an accident. You were chosen for this. The path ahead may seem uncertain, but trust that every step is a step towards something greater. You have a mission, and the world is waiting for you to step into it. Believe in yourself, even when the fear tries to hold you back. The path forward is yours to walk, and you are ready. Your calling is waiting, and it's time to answer. As you take the first steps into this new chapter, there's no denying the weight of uncertainty that hangs over you. After everything you've been through, it would be easy to simply stay in the comfort of what you know, to hold on to the familiar because, at least there, you have some sense of control. But as much as you may want to resist, the truth is undeniable. Change is here. The cycle that has just ended wasn't just the end of an old chapter, but the beginning of something new. The future ahead of you is unknown, and that alone can bring up fear. It's a natural reaction, one that all of us feel when we're on the brink of something unfamiliar. But as daunting as the unknown may seem, it is also where your true potential lies. The fear of stepping into the unknown is a universal experience. We all fear what we can't see. We all feel anxiety about what's to come when the road ahead is unclear. There's no roadmap to guide you through this next phase. And when you've spent so much time navigating the familiar, the thought of leaving that behind can bring up all kinds of worries. What if you fail? What if you're not ready? What if the change you're stepping into isn't what you thought it would be? These are the questions that swirl in your mind, and they make it so much harder to take that first step. But what if, instead of focusing on the fear, you shifted your perspective and realized that the unknown is where all possibilities live? What if you could see that what you fear most, the uncertainty, is actually the very thing that will lead you to everything you've been waiting for? It's hard, isn't it? To trust in the unknown when everything in you tells you to hold on tight and resist. But deep down, you know that there's something more waiting for you. The life you've been living has run its course, and you can no longer stay in the past. Even though the future feels uncertain, the potential it holds is endless. This is where you must learn to face the fear of change and embrace it, rather than run from it. The fear of change doesn't have to control you. In fact, it's often a sign that you're on the right path. It means you're stepping into uncharted territory, and that's where growth happens. That's where real transformation takes place. Embracing change is a choice. It's the choice to let go of the comfort zone you've built, even if it feels safer. It's the choice to trust that you are capable of navigating the unknown. Change is not something to fear, but something to welcome. Because in embracing it, you open yourself up to endless opportunities. You open yourself up to the possibility of growth, to the chance to learn new things, and to the realization that you are far more resilient and adaptable than you've given yourself credit for. As uncomfortable as it may feel, this is the moment when you begin to realize that you are not just surviving, you are thriving. The key to embracing change is understanding that it is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. Without change, there is no growth. Without change, you would remain stuck, repeating the same patterns over and over again. But with change, you are stepping into a world full of new possibilities. Possibilities you may never have imagined before. The opportunities that await you are beyond what you can see in this moment, and the only way to reach them is by walking forward with courage. The fear of change is real, but it doesn't have to hold you back. Instead, let it push you. Let it be the spark that ignites your drive to step into the unknown with hope and faith that this is exactly where you need to be. Now, in the midst of this transformation, there is one essential thing that you must do. You must let go of the past. It's not always easy, is it? Letting go means saying goodbye to what you've known, to what feels familiar, and that can be incredibly difficult. But in order to step into the new chapter, you have to release what no longer serves you, whether it's people, habits, or even thought patterns that are holding you back. Holding on to the past, no matter how comfortable or familiar, keeps you from fully stepping into the life you were meant to live. It keeps you tethered to a version of yourself that no longer fits who you are becoming. Think about the relationships you've outgrown, the people in your life who have brought more negativity than support. Letting go of these relationships doesn't mean you don't care about them, but it means you've recognized that they are no longer aligned with the path you're on. These relationships might have served you in the past, but they can't go with you to the next chapter. And sometimes, walking away from people is necessary for your own growth. It's not about rejection, it's about self-preservation and moving forward toward a healthier, more fulfilling future. Then there are the habits that you've clung to, the patterns of behavior that you've developed over the years, whether it's procrastination, self-doubt, or fear of failure. These habits are comfortable because they are familiar, but they hold you back from your true potential. To step into the person you were always meant to be, you have to let go of these old habits. You have to be willing to replace them with new ones, habits that support your growth, habits that lead you toward your goals. This isn't an overnight process, and it's not easy, but it's necessary. If you truly want to embrace change, you must make space for it by letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Finally, there are the negative thoughts that keep you stuck, the self-limiting beliefs that tell you you're not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough. These thoughts are rooted in fear and doubt, and they are the loudest when you're on the verge of something new. They are the voices that tell you to stay in your comfort zone, to avoid the unknown, to hold on to what you've always known, because it's easier. But these thoughts are lies. They are the remnants of your past fears trying to hold you back. To fully embrace the change that's before you, you have to silence these negative voices. You have to choose to believe in yourself and in your ability to handle whatever comes next. Letting go of negative thoughts isn't easy, but it's one of the most powerful steps you can take towards stepping into the life you were meant to live. As you confront the fear of change, as you embrace the unknown and let go of the past, remember this: change is not your enemy, it is your ally. It is the force that will move you toward the life you've been dreaming of, the life you were always meant to live. Embrace it with open arms, knowing that on the other side of that fear lies a world of infinite possibility. You've been through the fire, and now it's time to walk through the door into your future. The path ahead is yours to create. Let go of the past, step into the unknown, and embrace the change that is calling you. Your next chapter is waiting. As you've embraced the fear of change, let go of the past, and stepped into the unknown, something remarkable begins to unfold before you. New opportunities. At first, they might seem like distant possibilities, far from your reach, or maybe even impossible. But as you move forward with courage, you'll start to notice that the very thing you've been searching for is already here, waiting for you to recognize it. These opportunities were always there, just waiting for you to step into them. Now, with the courage to embrace change and move forward, you can finally see them clearly. For so long, you may have been too focused on the difficulties of your past or the uncertainty of your future to notice the opportunities right in front of you. Maybe you've been so consumed by the struggles of life that you overlooked the quiet whispers of possibility, the subtle nudges that were trying to get your attention. Opportunities don't always come with a fanfare or a loud announcement. Often they arrive in quiet moments of realization, in the form of small steps, in the people who enter your life at just the right time, or in the circumstances that seem insignificant, but are actually laying the groundwork for something far greater. These opportunities were there, waiting patiently for you to recognize them when you were ready. Now you are ready, and the moment has come for you to open your eyes and see the doors that are standing wide open before you. They may not look like the grand opportunities you once envisioned, but that's the beauty of it. The opportunities before you may come in unexpected forms, in ways you've never imagined. but that doesn't make them any less important. In fact, they may be even more important than what you've been waiting for all along. They are the keys to the next chapter of your life, and all you need to do is step through that door. The challenge now is not to doubt what you're seeing. It's to trust that these opportunities are not only real, but are exactly what you need to take the next step. Often, when new opportunities present themselves, we hesitate. We question whether we're truly ready or whether we deserve them. We doubt ourselves. But the truth is, you've been prepared for this moment. Everything you've experienced, everything you've been through, has led you to this point. You are ready, and this is your time to shine. Stepping into this next chapter is not about playing it safe. It's about taking that leap of faith into the unknown, even when the path isn't clear, even when the future is uncertain. It's about trusting that, even if you stumble, you will rise again, and that the opportunities ahead of you are worth the risk. You've already overcome so much, and now is the time to trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes next. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know exactly how everything will unfold. All you need to do is step forward, knowing that with each step, the path will reveal itself, and you will be ready to walk it. There's a call, deep within you, to step forward into the life you were always meant to live. It's not a call to stay in the comfort of what you know. It's a call to stretch yourself, to push beyond your limits, to break free from the restrictions you've placed on yourself. The time for staying small, for holding back, is over. Now you are called to take action, to move toward the opportunities that await you, to grab hold of the future that's been waiting for you all along. This is the moment where you step outside of your comfort zone and embrace the challenges that come with growth. These challenges are not to be feared, they are to be welcomed, for they are the very things that will propel you toward the next phase of your journey. The challenges will test you, yes, but they will also show you just how strong and capable you are. Each challenge you face will push you further into the person you were always meant to become. And as you take these steps forward, remember this: you are not alone. It's easy to feel like you're navigating this journey by yourself, but the truth is that you are always supported. Whether you call it God, the universe, or a higher power, know that you are never walking this path alone. You have divine support guiding you every step of the way. Every door that opens, every opportunity that presents itself, is part of a divine plan that has been set into motion for you. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and every step you take is backed by the strength and power of something much greater than you. This is your time to rise. This is your time to claim your place in the world. The opportunities that await you are not just for your benefit, they are for the benefit of everyone whose life you will touch. You were chosen to walk this path, and you have everything you need to succeed. The challenges you face along the way are just stepping stones, leading you to the greater purpose that lies ahead. Embrace them, welcome them, they are part of the journey. The empowerment you feel when you realize that you are supported by a higher power is unlike anything else. It's the understanding that no matter what happens, you are always divinely protected and guided. You don't have to carry the weight of this journey on your own. Every step you take is infused with the strength, the wisdom, and the love of something much bigger than yourself. This empowerment is the fuel that will carry you forward, even when the road seems difficult. You are not alone, and you are more capable than you realize. So as you move forward into this new chapter, remember that the door is already open. The opportunities are waiting, your calling is waiting, and all you need to do is step through the door with faith and confidence. Knowing that you are supported, you are capable, and you are ready to embrace the divine opportunity that lies before you. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness, and now is your time to answer the call. As you step into this new chapter, fully aware of the opportunities that are now before you, there's something important you must understand. You are not alone on this journey. You may feel at times like you are standing on the edge of the unknown, taking a leap into something unfamiliar, but you are never truly alone. Behind the scenes, invisible forces are working to support you every step of the way. These forces are not always seen, but they are always felt. They are the divine guidance that has been with you from the very beginning, leading you, protecting you, and whispering the wisdom you need to navigate this new path. You may not always notice it in the moment, but there has been an unseen hand guiding you through every twist and turn, every trial and triumph. When you felt lost, when you felt like giving up, when you thought that you were standing alone in the darkness, there was always a presence there, a presence that never left your side. This divine guidance has always been with you, nudging you, gently pushing you forward, even when you couldn't see the way ahead. It has always been there, providing the strength you needed when you didn't have enough of your own. Sometimes we think we must go through life entirely on our own, that we must rely solely on our own strength and willpower to succeed. But the truth is, there is a force greater than us, something beyond our understanding that is always supporting us. It's the universe, it's God, it's the divine energy that flows through all things. And as you move forward, embracing this new chapter, you'll begin to notice the signs. You'll begin to feel the presence of this divine guidance more clearly. You may see synchronicities in your life, small moments of alignment that seem too perfect to be coincidences. These are the moments when the universe is showing you that you are being guided, that the path ahead is unfolding exactly as it should. Divine guidance comes in many forms. It may come as a feeling of peace when you make the right decision. It may come as an inner voice, softly whispering in your ear, telling you where to go next. It may come through signs and symbols, through the words of a stranger, or the book you happen to pick up. It can come in the form of dreams, in the quiet moments of reflection, or through the guidance of others. No matter how it comes, it's always there, offering support and direction when you need it most. This divine support is the greatest gift you can receive on your journey, and it's always available to you, waiting for you to tap into it. As you continue down this path, you'll also begin to notice that there are people showing up in your life who are meant to be there. These people will be your mentors, those who offer you guidance, wisdom, and encouragement as you move forward. They may not be the ones you expect, and they may not appear in the way you think they will, but they are always there, ready to step in when you need them most. They will show up at the right time, offering the support and insights you need to continue your journey. Mentorship is not just about advice, it's about connection, about walking alongside someone who has walked the path before you. It's about learning from their experiences, gaining insights into what has worked for them, and understanding what mistakes to avoid. But mentorship is not just about the mentor giving advice. It's also about learning to trust in the relationship, about recognizing that you are worthy of support and guidance. These mentors will help you see things in yourself that you may not have seen before. They will help you recognize your strengths, push you to overcome your doubts, and encourage you when you feel unsure. They will show you that you are not alone on this journey, and that there are people who genuinely want to see you succeed. Mentors come in all shapes and sizes. They might be older, more experienced and wiser than you, or they might be people who are just a few steps ahead of you on the same path. Sometimes, mentors don't even need to be physically present. They may be the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, or the stories of others who have walked a similar journey. But what is most important is that they help you understand that you are not meant to do this alone. They are here to guide you, to help you grow, and to show you the way when the path ahead seems unclear. Along with the divine guidance and mentorship you receive, one of the most important things you can cultivate is your belief in yourself. When you begin to realize the power that is working alongside you, it's easy to forget that you also have a unique power of your own. The support you receive from the universe, from mentors, and from those who believe in you is important, but none of it will work unless you believe in yourself first. You must believe that you are worthy of the opportunities that are unfolding before you. You must believe that you have the strength, the wisdom, and the courage to take on the challenges that lie ahead. Belief is the foundation of everything. It's the force that propels you forward, even when the fear tries to hold you back. It's the belief that, no matter what, you are capable of achieving your dreams. It's the belief that you have a purpose, that you are called to do something greater than what you've been doing. And most importantly, it's the belief that you are not alone in this journey. When you believe in yourself, you open the door to infinite possibilities. You open the door to growth, to success, to the realization of your full potential. The support you have from the divine, the guidance from mentors, and the belief in yourself are all pieces of the puzzle that will help you step into your calling. They are the tools you need to move forward with confidence and trust. With these elements combined, there is no challenge you cannot face, no obstacle you cannot overcome. You are equipped with everything you need to succeed. The universe is not only supporting you, but it is also providing you with the inner strength to fulfill your destiny. So, as you continue on this journey, remember this: you are always supported. The divine guidance is always there, waiting for you to tap into it. Your mentors are waiting to guide you, to share their wisdom and experience. And most importantly, you have the power within you. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are capable of achieving everything you've ever dreamed of. The path is clear, and the support you need is already here. You are ready to step into the next chapter of your life, fully supported and empowered to embrace your true calling. As you stand at this pivotal moment in your journey, it's hard not to look back at everything you've been through. The struggles, the uncertainties, the fears that once held you back. They're still fresh in your mind, but something has changed. The shift inside you, the quiet transformation that's been happening all along, is now undeniable. You are no longer the person who hesitated at the brink of change. You are no longer the person held back by doubts or fears of what lies ahead. No, you've emerged stronger. You've transformed. It wasn't an instant change. It wasn't a sudden revelation that fixed everything at once. This transformation has been unfolding slowly, step by step, with every challenge, every moment of doubt, every time you chose to keep going instead of giving up. You've been shedding old layers, shedding fear, shedding uncertainty, and you've emerged as someone new, someone more confident, someone more powerful. The person you see in the mirror now is not the person you were yesterday. The power that once felt distant, unreachable, is now yours. You've unlocked it from within. It's strange, isn't it? To feel this shift so deeply, to realize that the person you've been waiting to become was always inside you. All along you had the strength to face the challenges ahead, the confidence to step into the unknown, the wisdom to trust the process. But you couldn't see it until now. Now, standing on the other side of the fear, standing at the doorway of this new chapter, you realize that the only thing that ever held you back was yourself. The doubts, the fears, they were never as strong as the power within you. You were always capable of stepping into your greatness, and now that you've taken that first step, there's no turning back. The person you are today is not afraid to face what lies ahead. You are confident, you are strong, and you are ready to take on whatever challenges come your way. No longer do you stand in the shadow of your fears. No longer do you let uncertainty control your decisions. Now, you stand in your own light, fully aware of the strength you possess, and ready to embrace every opportunity that comes your way. Your transformation is not just a shift in mindset, it's a shift in your very being. You are no longer someone defined by what you've gone through. You are someone defined by what you're capable of achieving. As you move forward, you will encounter challenges, of course. That's part of life. But now, you have the tools to face them. You have the confidence to walk through them, knowing that you are not the person you once were. You have faced the storm and come out stronger on the other side, and that strength is yours to keep. It is part of you now. Every challenge that comes your way will only serve to reinforce that strength. Each obstacle will become another opportunity for growth. There is nothing you can't handle now, because you've already proven to yourself just how powerful you are. And as this transformation continues, you will begin to see the fruits of your labor. You will see how everything you've been through has led you to this moment, and how this moment will lead you to the next. The purpose you've been searching for, the reason you've always known you were meant for something more, it's now within your reach. As you embrace this new chapter, you'll start to realize that living in alignment with your purpose feels different than anything you've ever experienced before. It's not about striving or struggling, it's about living authentically, stepping into the role you were always meant to play. Living with purpose brings a deep sense of satisfaction. It's the feeling that comes when you know you are doing exactly what you were meant to do. It's the sense of fulfillment that fills you up, not just in your work, but in your relationships, in the way you interact with the world. Purpose is the thing that gives you energy. It's what makes the tough days worth it. It's the thing that drives you forward, even when the road seems uncertain. When you begin to live with purpose, every action you take, every step you make is infused with meaning. You no longer waste time on things that don't matter. Every decision becomes intentional. Every moment becomes an opportunity to align more deeply with the person you are becoming. You may have once wondered if this was possible, that you could truly live in alignment with your calling, that you could step into the life you were meant for. But now you see it clearly. It's not just a dream, it's your reality. This is the beginning of something extraordinary, something that will unfold in ways you can't even imagine yet. You've found your purpose, and now it's time to live it fully. There is no greater feeling than the satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living the life you were meant to live. You are finally where you've always needed to be. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. This is only the beginning. Yes, you've come so far. You've faced your fears, stepped into the unknown, and embraced change with open arms. But there is still so much more ahead of you. The road ahead is full of opportunities, challenges, and experiences that will continue to shape you into the person you were always meant to be. The transformation you've gone through is just the start of an even bigger journey. And now that you've discovered the power within you, there is no limit to what you can achieve. As you move forward into this new chapter, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Look at the person you are today and recognize that you are more than capable of facing whatever comes next. The future is full of endless possibilities, and they are all within your reach. You are no longer the person who doubted their worth. You are no longer the person who feared change. You are the chosen one, and the world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. The journey ahead is yours to create, and every step you take from this moment forward will bring you closer to the life you were always meant to live. Embrace the future, knowing that it is filled with possibility and that you have everything you need to make your dreams a reality. The next chapter is already beginning. It's time to step into it with confidence, with purpose, and with the understanding that the best is yet to come. The future awaits, and you are ready. As you stand on the threshold of this new chapter, I want you to take a moment and truly acknowledge how far you've come. The journey you've been on hasn't been easy. It's been filled with challenges, moments of doubt and uncertainty. But now, as you reflect on everything that has led you here, you can see just how powerful your journey has been. The person you are today is not the same person who began this path. You have faced your fears, overcome obstacles, and embraced the unknown with courage. You have transformed, and now you stand ready to step into the next phase of your life, your destiny. You are the chosen one. You are not here by accident. Every experience, every lesson, every moment of struggle was part of a divine plan. And now, as you step forward into this next chapter, you do so with the full understanding that you are meant for something great. The road ahead is yours to walk, and with every step, you will continue to evolve, to grow, and to become the person you were always destined to be. But the most important thing to remember right now is this: you are ready. You have everything inside you that you need to succeed. The fears that once held you back no longer have a hold on you. The doubts that once clouded your vision have faded away. You are stepping into this new chapter with clarity, with purpose, and with the unwavering belief that you are exactly where you need to be. This is your time. This is your moment. The destiny you've always known was waiting for you is now within reach, and all you have to do is take that first step. This new chapter is not about perfection. It's not about knowing exactly how everything will unfold. It's about stepping forward in faith, trusting that the path will reveal itself as you go. It's about embracing the uncertainty, knowing that every challenge you face will only make you stronger. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. The growth, the learning, and the transformation you will experience will shape you in ways you can't even imagine right now. But with every step, you will get closer to your purpose, closer to the life you were always meant to live. And as you walk this path, never forget the power within you. You are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. The strength, the wisdom, and the resilience you've built throughout your journey are now part of who you are. They will guide you as you move forward. And no matter what challenges you encounter, you have the tools to overcome them. You have the power to shape your destiny. You have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. and that is something no one can take from you. So, as you step into this next chapter, I want to remind you that you are not alone. The divine guidance you've received throughout this journey is always with you. You are supported by forces greater than you can imagine, and as you walk this path, you will continue to be guided toward your purpose. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. You were meant for this. You were chosen for this. Now, as you continue to walk forward, know that this is just the beginning. The journey you've been on has prepared you for this moment, but there is so much more ahead. Every step you take from here will lead you to new opportunities, new challenges, and new experiences. And with each one, you will grow stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true purpose. The best is yet to come, and you are ready for it. If you feel empowered by what you've just heard, if you feel ready to take that next step and embrace your destiny, I encourage you to take action. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, because this journey doesn't end here. There's more to come, and together, we will continue to explore the path that lies ahead. You are not alone in this. We are all walking this journey together, and I am here to support you every step of the way. So, subscribe now, and let's continue to walk this journey of spiritual growth and transformation together. You are the chosen one. Your destiny is waiting. Step into it now.